it harder for Black people to own things. And I say that because I've done some homework with real estate, as far as commercial real estate, and it make it very, very hard for you to get any kind of loan, grants and whatnot to own businesses in Cleveland. A lot of it is bought up by the city and they're not letting it go for whatever reason, gentrification. But anyway,
you're right.
So a solution, and I'm not putting off our churches, but if we were to take what we get from tithe and offering,
girl, don't get me started,
or even use that same mentality to invest in a body, I think we could definitely come to that conclusion to where we are buying a neighborhood back. If we could 10%, whatever your 10% is, whatever you have, 10% of that, give it to the community. We set up our own little bank account, whatever. I think there's a few churches. I know the Cleveland Church of Christ for sure has their own credit union. If we could utilize that credit union to invest the money into that.
And it makes you mad to hear that.
Definitely. Because you look at anybody from Cleveland knows we got a church on every corner. Probably two on every corner or every block.
But here's the thing with churches. They don't communicate with each other to take the block.
But we all have the same mentality. If we're all under the same umbrella of Christianity, believing in one God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, why do we have 42 different places of worship?
Because I believe in baptizing in Jesus' name and y'all don't. I believe in wearing pants and y'all. It's all just crazy nonsense.
But the solution is what we talked about earlier. The genius CEOs that know how to run the game on the streets. That's where we need to be going.
Definitely.
We need to be talking to those men of business
and getting them together.
That will see the opportunities in doing these kind of things. Don't worry about the ones that's showing you they ain't ready. The ones on every other block and all
and
that.
Once they see, they'll jump right on board.
They're the ones that's asleep and don't even know they sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
So what you got to do is do the work. Let them see the work being done. Yeah. And when you're living right and you shining, just don't be mad because the glory of God is on me.
Yeah.
It just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So you see somebody that's being blessed, it's something that they're doing to gain that anointing.
Rick Ross said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he say you ain't doing something
Come
right?
on, y'all, get on board. Y'all see me in the street. Let's politic. Let's talk. Yeah. We can do this for real.
Right.
Yeah, we have a focus group coming up on the 20th. Yeah,
hey, y'all need to come out.
Come on out and let's talk about it.
What you doing? Just come up with some ideas and let us know.
A think tank for sure.
The way this works, a mastermind.
Come see us.
Absolutely.
For real.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Drip. Hey guys, it's your girl Nick, Ms. Mar, and you're listening to The Drip, discussing real issues and perspectives. Tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You can find us at Instagram at The Drip Podcast 19, Facebook The Drip PCast 19, Twitter The Drip _NM, Tumblr at The Drip PCast 19. Drop us an email at thedrippodcast19@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Google Play Music, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud. Don't forget your coffee. Keep it locked. The Drip.
Create eye-catching designs that will make your apparel top of the line. The possibilities are endless with ski tees and apparel. No order too large or small. One item or hundreds, no problem. With quick turnarounds, no setup charges or hidden fees, and rush services to fit your needs. Customize your look today by calling 440-462-9401. That's 440-462-9401. And also follow us on the web at skiteesapparel.com.
You're listening to The Drip Podcast with Nick and Mars. Keep it locked.
We're back with The Drip. You know, before we came on air today, I told you I reached out to Black Lives Matter. I haven't heard from them yet. about
email or Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Haven't heard from him back. I'm trying to figure out what's the deal with their silence, but I'm not gonna push it too much more. It seems as though when there's black on black crime, we get real silent. If it's white on black crime and it's in the media, we're quick to march, quick to picket. But we have black lives, black men dying every day, black women dying every day, and we're not marching for them at all. We campaign for 1 or 2 months and then it's something else. Our minds are on something else. I hope this does not happen with Nipsey. I really doesn't. But I think he has sparked something around the world, like you said, is going to help us to continue to push that button and to push the agenda forward. We've got to be a better people. We've got to figure out who we are, find out who we are, walk in who we are. And, it comes down to the smallest things. I don't want to portray in society something that I'm not in my own home.
100%.
It starts when you're at home with how to talk to people. I've had to make amends with a lot of people about things that I've done in my past that just wasn't a reflection of who I'm supposed to be. And when you come to terms with that, that's when you start walking in your divinity. That's my thinking.
Definitely.
You can go to church all day long. Church don't make you powerful.
If you're not putting in the application,
your knowledge does that. I done gave you my final thought. That's my final thought. Ooh. We've got to be a better people, and it starts at home, in our bedrooms, when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror every day, how we're treating everyone in our family is our first community. It is our first area of influence. And if we start there, give me some.
We could talk about this for days
until the cows come home.
Because, just like you said, it starts with the black family.
It does.
We've been broken down, beaten, and just thrown everywhere, and it shows in our community. It shows in...
And that's one of the challenges of the black community. Our family structures are broken.
It's dismantled.
Things happen. Relationships don't always work out. But even in our black families, we've got to realize that the relationship is broken, but we've still got to come together to raise young kings and queens. We've got to come together. I don't care how much I don't like you. We've got to come together to raise our next generation.
I have to say one thing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned black on black crime. I have to disagree with that, because I feel like the narrative out there is black on black crime. You hear it all the time. But anybody that lives in close proximity to one another, there's going to be crime within those communities. So if all white people live in one community, it's going to be white on white crime. If all Asians live in a community, it's going to be... But you don't hear that narrative for any other group but
ours.
Us.
I'll take that.
And I'm over here trying not to cry. This is...
Yeah. It has everybody emotional.
Yeah.
It does. It pisses
to the
you
utmost.
off. Yeah.
So... as much as it is true that we ourselves don't care about our own lives, we got to figure out some other way to put it than black on black crime. If that changes the mentality to continue to say black on black crime, then continue to say it. But in reality, logically thinking, anybody in close proximity, there's going to be some kind of crime.
Well, we have to talk about our community. We're in close proximity to our community, so that's exactly what it is. It's black on black.
We got to use that for everybody else then too.
Well, yeah, let's do it. The narrative has to change.
Definitely.
The mentality has to change. It's just not us who are barbaric. We identify with it because we're right here with it.
Exactly. I agree.
I can't identify with a Asian community. I don't know what's going on in Asian community. I know what's going on in my community.
This is rough.
Yeah, it is rough. So what are your final thoughts? I gave mine.
Oh, you got it?
I would say, based on everything we've talked about today, especially with that last piece, someone said that we're formed by what we hate. Now, I'm not saying that you should look outside of yourself for that first. I'm saying the things that we know about ourselves, there are things we know we just don't like that we do.
Yeah.
And we don't know why we do them, but we keep doing them. And eventually, your hatred for doing that thing is going to cause you to either continue to become the thing you do not like, or you're going to stop and say that I just don't like it and stop doing it. It will then begin to form you into something that you do like. And at the same time, you will find that there's a place where I want to live, where I'm willing to die for this. And it doesn't have to be a physical death, although eventually it will grow into that. But you can just say, I want to be in better health so bad, I'm going to kill that hunger thing that keeps making me want to eat that. Or I want to be physically in shape, or I want to be smarter in a way where it gives me an opportunity to get promotion. That doesn't necessarily have to come from anybody else, but just in a promotion for that, something that's good for you. Right. If you want to play the piano, you want to play a drum, you want to rap, you want to write poetry, whatever it is, work on that. Yeah. Get that part of your mind working so that you can have something interesting to say with pen and paper, so that you like what you wrote, because it came from something within you. Definitely. So until you start recognizing that there's things that have got to change, if not be killed in our own lives, we're not going to get better for ourselves. Yeah. The better we get for ourselves, the better husband I'll make, the better friend I'll make, the better father I'll make, the better member of whatever I decide to join.
Whenever you touch your
wherever
hands.
I go, they happy to see me coming. Yeah. They're not happy to see me going. They want me to stay because I paid attention to what was going on with me. You mentioned earlier, introspection is the name of the game for this day. Yeah. That's what Nipsey was saying. That's what Jesus was saying. Look at what you're doing.
Same message, different time, different era.
Yeah.
Selah.
Final thoughts, Cam. Yeah, pause.
Almost close to the same age.
Yeah.
It was the same age.
So many similarities.
Yeah, so many. Cam, what are your final thoughts?
I hate that Nip had to go the way he did, but I can appreciate what it brought forth. A lot of people now are researching Dr. Sebi and his methodology for cleansing the body, alkalining the body, which us as Black people, that's how our bodies operate. That's how we are able to heal mentally, spiritually, and physically. So I'm glad that that's being brought to light. I don't think that's why he was killed at all, because Dr. Sebi's work has been out there for years, since the 80s, but people are just now getting hip to it. But I said all that to say we need healing physically, mentally, spiritually. Again, starting with the Black family.
From the inside out.
Exactly. Starting with the family and then transferring it to our community. A lot of my friends hear me talk about this all the time. Black community, pro-Black, they got all types of names for me, but I'll take on all those names if me saying whatever I'm saying, calling you kings and queens and gods and goddesses, if that will change the mentality of our people
and wake some people up.
Exactly. So if y'all see me walking around the community or driving around, it's because I'm trying to build. So if y'all with me, definitely come talk to me. We can build together and really show people the greatness that we hold and that we've been holding for years.
Yeah.
True. True. Tasha made real quick. Tasha made a point earlier about looking at abandoned buildings and looking at the properties. She said, here's the thing that there's so many empty buildings and empty lots that can be purchased for next to nothing. We as a community should purchase and fix these properties and build Black-owned businesses. And the first business that needs to be purchased and built upon is the one that we sitting in, the skin you're in. Let's build that one. Then we can really see the value into the community and see those buildings that are brick and mortar.
Yeah.
it all ties together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post some people that are doing some of that